So not too long ago, a mysterious package came to me from the country of Indonesia. That one right behind me. And by the title of this video, or whatever, whether I decide to do it straight or do it as something clickbaity, you're going to be able to see what's in that box bag over there. Over at the Streamlabs merch store, the link's down in the description, you can pick up things like the UGIF Cross Mortal Kombat t-shirt, things like the Dune Electric t-shirt, the Electric Squad t-shirt, as well as the Electric Squad hoodie, an electric cup, and a couple of other things. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to be putting more merch or anything up. This is all being filmed like at the same time before I even add stuff to it. So anyway, go down to the link in the description, pick up a shirt, pick up a hoodie, whatever, what have you. It helps support the channel, and if you do it while I'm on a Twitch stream, it'll show up as a notification, and I'll be able to congratulate you personally. So pick up one today and help support HurtboxTV. So I'm obscuring the address because it's on the other side. This package contains, well, the golden lever from Arcade Stick Indonesia. Now, the reason that I wanted to save this, and I haven't tested it at all, it's still in its packaging, is I just wanted to do a before and after type video. This is a smaller project, so it's going on this side of the arcade corner for today. I originally heard about this, I want to say last year before EVO, and then after EVO when Lohai won Tekken 7's Grand Finals. He was using his own version of the golden lever, I believe, at the time. I believe he still uses it. And I was curious. These things get pre-ordered, they go on limited stock, they're produced at a certain amount at certain times, and you have to pre-order them, and basically all the times that they were pre-ordered, I didn't really have the initial funds, nor was I able to catch them a lot of the time before they closed up pre-orders or ordering. So finally, I managed to get my hands on one of these. I got it at the right time, and I picked one up because I really wanted to do a video reviewing this thing. And that will be, I'll be reviewing it after I go ahead and install this onto an arcade stick and yada yada. So it's an interesting design. This is a Korean lever. It comes with a, this is the golden lever, by the way. I got the whole package. So this is going to have a white and gold Delrin bat top. It's going to have, it's all CNC'd, or they did, the guys over at Arcade Stick Indonesia, they, yeah, it's Arcade Stick Indonesia, right? Yeah, Arcade Stick Indonesia, it's on the back here. These guys, wow, that's loud. They put a lot of effort into designing the golden lever. The golden lever is, from what I looked into and what I saw on the guy's Twitter, on the site, is that they made 3D models of everything, and then they produced it from high quality parts. They machined all these parts. It's pretty much all metal, except for the Delrin bat top, the grommet that goes on the inside, and the micro switches. They're like plastic and metal. But it's interesting to me because not only is this one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive lever on the market, it's a Korean one from Indonesia. So I wanted to see how this thing compared at its price point to other things like the Myeong Fanta, the Myeongshin. I suck at Korean. The Fanta levers, the Crown levers, and all the other ones that I've tried out in the past. So we're going to take a look at all the parts as well as how to assemble it. Unfortunately, as far as I know, this thing has a hard time being compatible with something like the Victrix Pro FS. So for this video, I'll be using my Hori Fighting Edge Pro, or whatever, the PS4 version. Since I have that, I've yet to do a video on that one. That's coming soon. But I decided, since that was usually compatible with these short collared levers. I got the short collared version. They do make a tall collared version for the Korean mounting systems, for the ones with a big enough hole. I decided to grab the short one just because I don't want to install it on any of my Korean lever compatible ones, the Omni or the Make Stick IST case that I have. Maybe in the future, if they do open up for a full collar version, I would love to get my hands on that. But for now, we're just going to be taking a look at the short collared version that's supposed to be compatible with Japanese levers. So it's been a couple of days now, and I've been playing on the golden lever for most of that time. I think I tweeted that in 0.5 seconds, I became a big fan of this lever, and that hasn't changed in the last 2 days. I've been playing on this thing a lot, and I even streamed for like 5 hours or something, me playing on this thing for the first time. And I have to say that the build quality is exceptional. The choice of Delrin and metal is a very good choice. Delrin for the housing and for the ball top or bat top in this case, and then the rest of it is all metal. Now, one thing I have to say is that it was very well researched and developed, the golden lever, and I was quite surprised by how smooth it felt. It feels very solid. It's a very weighty stick. Seriously, the thing weighs a lot more than probably any of the other levers that I've tried. And I really like the way that the actuators and everything just comes together. So let's talk about real quick what you get when you buy one of these things. So when you open it up, you're obviously going to get the mounting plate in the housing that has your silicon grommet and springs and what have you. You're also going to get a Delrin ball top. Now, if you got the golden lever when it's in the pre-order state, you get one of the ones that I have that has the white Delrin with the gold ring around it. At least that's what I assume. I really like the fact that most of it is metal, down to the shaft and the actuators and everything in between. The mounting plate is also universal, which means that aside from things that actually limit you, like the Nikon Daija, as well as the Victrix Pro FS, you can in fact mount this in pretty much any housing that you want. Other things that are included in this are a bunch of different, I want to say, they're like these weird gate type things. You get like, they're different spacing, like millimeters. I'm not sure what they're for. I'll probably add it in as an annotation what it is, because I didn't research it too much. I didn't really use it. But it does come with a Delrin version of the actuator that you see in the video, as well as a heavier gauge spring. I tried both of these out. I don't think it really does too much, but I have to say that installing it into the Fighting Edge wasn't that difficult. The simple fact being that it is very easy to screw and unscrew the Delrin bat top. What I really like about this is that you just keep twisting it until it actually screws into the metal shaft, and you're done. You don't have to tighten it at any end, and you don't have to tighten it at the bottom, excuse me, and it'll stay. I played on it for 5 hours just tightening it in a little bit, and I never had any issues with the thing coming loose or undone or just not working. The other thing it comes with is a very small gold dust washer, and while I really like it, I think there was probably an issue of mine. There was a couple of defects on it. There was a scratch on the front of it, as well as kind of like a little dent on the side. I do appreciate the fact that it is covered with some protective film. It has kind of like a protective tape or something over it. And then you also get a sticker that says Arcade Stick Indonesia ASI, and that's really cool. I'm going to put that on something, probably the inside of a stick or wherever I choose. But yeah, that's all that it comes with, and I have to say, I'm very impressed with the stick. It is very expensive, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. The one thing when you're installing this stick, it's like a typical Korean stick. All of the Omron switches, this thing does use Omron switches, which I think it's kind of the standard besides Gearsung. I think that's how you say it. I think Crown uses Gearsung switches. Omeron is kind of like the typical, what you would find in Sanwa and Seimitsu, I want to say. So, when installing it, you're going to have to plug it in, the lead and the ground. You're going to have to plug those into the 4 micro switches, and this is just trial and error based on whatever stick that you have. For me, in the video, I installed it upside down, so down was up and up was down. If that happens to you, just take it and then rotate it 90 degrees, or not 90 degrees, rotate it 180 degrees so that the green wires are facing at the bottom and then the red are facing up top. Rule of thumb is usually that your very first lead, the green is usually what it is going to be your up, and then the red, the final one, is going to be your down. So it's going to be one of those two directions. Or, yeah, no, it's going to be up, and then red is usually going to be down. And if it is reversed, that means your left and right are reversed as well. So just flip it 180 or spin it 180 and you should be all right. It's kind of hard to just say how you mount it just because it's different in every stick. So we're going to get into looking at performances for the golden lever in Tekken. I'm loading up the PS4 version because it has the most input delay, and it's a lot more convenient for me to set that up anyway. So the golden lever is interesting. Not only is it the most expensive arcade stick on the market, or arcade stick lever on the market, it is probably deservedly so. With most of these, with most other arcade stick levers, you're getting ABS injection molded plastic. You're getting, you know, typical assembly line arcade stick parts. This one, however, has a lot of effort and work put into it. Not only are these things machined, a lot of the metal parts, I believe, are machined out, and there's Delrin. Delrin, I believe, is much more expensive than injection molded plastic. Not only that, it supports a ton of different molds. I believe you can use the Fanta, I believe, silicon grommets that go inside of the stick. I'll probably show some disassembly of that in the next video that goes up for this thing. And there is just a whole lot of weight and build quality. This thing is very sturdy. It's not going to break at all. I also appreciate the fact that it is able to be mounted on basically any arcade stick. I think this is the only like Korean lever that you can swap into the Noir cabinets. At least that's what I think I remember them saying that at some point, is that you can actually, there's actually Japanese Tekken 7 Noir cabinets that allow for these Korean levers to be mounted in it. And I really, really do like that. It sits, the collar that you get with this version, the Japanese version, just sits flush with the base of any arcade stick that I put it in, and it doesn't feel wrong in any way. It hits all the things that I like in an arcade stick lever. So for me, it was a good buy. I would buy this stick and I would put this into my arcade sticks. I probably would buy another one probably later on in the future. The problem is it is very expensive. It comes in at like $120 and some change, $127 I think, around that. And I know a lot of people don't really have the money to fork out for basically another stick. That's essentially the price of one of your middle of the line arcade sticks. And I get that. So for somebody who's already got an arcade stick, who has the money to spend on upgrading their parts, they want to try something out that's basically, was it boutique, then this is your stick. If you're somebody who's starting out, then really I wouldn't suggest it. Maybe if you really have the money and you really want to try it, then go ahead. So there we have it. That is the Golden Lever by Arcade Stick Indonesia. If you liked the video, you can like it. If you disliked it, you know what to do. You can get subscribed. You can hit the bell notification for when I put out more videos like this and other arcade stick reviews and stuff in the future. There's also combo videos I do and some other fighting game related stuff that you can check out on the channel, which should be in the end card that will be coming up soon. You can support us again on the channel as you can, I think it's like membership or something like that. I haven't looked too much into it. You can do that. It's like $5 a month. You subscribe to the channel like that and you support it. You get some emotes and stuff like that. I'm not sure how it works, but you also can go follow us on Twitch. I also have a partner, I'm an affiliate over there, so you can also subscribe over there and help support that way. We have a merch store, of course. I'm wearing one of the t-shirts right now, as you can see, the electric t-shirt. I really like this t-shirt. I think it's a very cool design. And there's other things you can pick up. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we also have a Patreon where you can give like $1 or whatever and help support the production costs for some of these videos. And the biggest way you can support is just by viewing the video and sharing it out, as well as commenting down below. So if you want to see something else covered on this channel, just go ahead and comment it down below. It's late. Anyway, I'm Dan, this is HurtboxTV, and thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.